Today I'm going to show you how to case in a window and trim it out. This is going to be a very basic craftsman window. Nothing too fancy, just very straight up. So here's the window that I'm going to be working on. I had this cut out of my concrete, and there was conduit and an electrical wire that went right here, so kind of bent it and hit it down below here. So tried to get it out of the way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim away this excess foam. Try to cut at it. And that way we'll have a nice even surface to work with off the window there. Okay, so for my first measurement, I know that I'm 48, and so what I want to do is I want to add about 5 inches. I know my trim, so my trim is going to stick out about 3.5 inches. But I want this piece right here to stick out just a little bit beyond the trim. So I'm going to add 5 inches to each side, and that should give me plenty of room. So we're going 48 plus 5 plus 5. We're going to go 58, and we'll cut that board and get our first cut. Okay, I've got my marking here at 58 inches. I'm going to go just outside of my little tip here. And that laser is right where my blade will cut. Okay, so since my board is actually 9 1/4, I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I'm not going to trim it down. But right here, this is where it will go inside the window, and then this part will stick out. And so I've got an X marking the spot where I'm going to take it off. So I'm 5 inches in on each side, and 2 1/4 inches should take me right to 7, 2 1/4 in from the front. And so I'm going to take this out to the table saw and cut this section out. And you could do this with a hacksaw. You could do this with many different options with a jigsaw. I'm going to use a table saw. That'll be the easiest option for me. Just to give you an idea of how I cut this on the table saw is I'll try to get my blade nearly as high as I can get it. You can see there I've got the other section cut out already. I already got this cut, and each time I'll just adjust this straight edge on my saw to the cut size I need, and then I'll get right to where I need to be and then slowly back it out. Okay, so there's my base. It looks like a pretty good fit. So now if there's a little bit of gap on the side, that's okay, because our side casing boards are going to cover that up, so that's all right. However, this gap right here, that's either going to have to get filled later, or probably the better thing to do would be to go up to the saw, and I will trim off just a teeny little bit from that back edge. So I'll go do that now. Okay, so now if I hold this up to the wall, it's pretty much flush to the wall on each side. Little gap there and a little gap there, and then it tightens up. But I'll tell you, that gap right here is a lot easier to make look nice with a bead of silicone or caulk than this is out here. So I'm happy with that. Now it's time to level it up. Now I'll show you down here, we've put shims in, right? So what I want to do is I want to get it so that it's level across, and then I want it to be pretty level going this way as well. So it looks good there. Looks like I could come back just a little bit there. So let's see what we can do here. bubble in the dots, that works. Okay, I put a few nails in there just kind of as a holder. But what's going to happen is we'll put our top in next, and then the sides will actually support the top, and they'll like force the top and the bottom to be wedged together, because we'll put the top up next, and then we will put the sides up last. It's going to look pretty nice. Just so you know, when I say nails, I'm using 2.5 inch finish nails with a finish nailer, 16 gauge. Okay, I just cut this one to 6 5/8 by 48. I'm gonna throw it in the window, do a dry fit. And it honestly looks pretty dang good. So what I'll probably end up doing is taking some liquid nails, some construction adhesive, and throwing it up. I'll check level and see if we need to throw a shim or two in there. Okay, I've got some construction adhesive on there, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up. Okay, and it doesn't want to stay, which is what I thought would happen. So what we'll do is this. And that will do for now. Okay, now we'll measure our sides and go get those. I've got my sideboards on. I cut them for length first and checked them before I strip. And then I just made a little mark with my pencil where I'm going to cut it off. And so I did that top and bottom, both sides, and made that marking. So I'll know where to cut it. And I went ahead and marked each board, left side, right side, so I'll remember easy. As you can see, this is coming along quite nicely. Okay, I just mounted the left side, put some adhesive, and nailed it. Just did a dry fit on the right side. Looks really good, so I'm gonna hit it with my adhesive, and up we go. Give it a soft tap. All right. Hit it with a few of these. And we should be good to go. So there you have it. We've got here, I'll move to the side so you can see a little bit. We've got our window all cased out nicely here. Stay tuned for the next video and I'll show you how to trim it out.